Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to do a few things. We're going to make what you see on the screen right now, but I'm going to show you how to make it vertical resolution. Most of you probably already know, but there's beginners out there. And then I'm going to show you how to speed ramp. Again, I'm sure a lot of you already know. And also put an object, a 3D object, in a scene that's in the middle of a clip, not at the very end or just a 5-second clip on the line, and cut it in the middle and put the object in. Sketchfab here is where I got the model from, both of them. Some you have to pay for, some are free. This one here was the more difficult one. The tutorial starts at minute mark 220 if you want to jump to it. I recommend avoiding this one to get used to doing it. Models that are out, it's done completely different. You got to use the U nodes and some of the regular 3D. But for now, I would just try to stick with FBX. Because that's what this tutorial is based on. Here's the one I use for the tutorial. And I selected the FBX. The link for this will be down in the description below. All you gotta do in the search, once you get here, is type in whatever you're looking for. Guitars, put that in and duck them out. Go up to media, right click on it. Select this top one, create new timeline using selected clips. Deselect the use project settings. Go to format. And check this use vertical resolution. It just reverses it up here. Hit OK, and it'll go right down your timeline. What we're going to do, we're going to put a guitar in this doorway. So you'll see it as it goes through, but it's kind of fast, so we're going to slow it down 1 second prior to crossing, and then 1 second after, it'll go back to the original speed. This is 60 frames per second. It may be a little bit glitchy when I slow it down. The higher the frame rate, the better. The slower you can slow it down. So normally I work with 30 frames, but it's too glitchy with 30. So 60, I was able to get by with a little more. For those of you that don't know me, I have to use this on-screen keyboard because I'm paralyzed and I can't use my hands and arms. We want to get to where we're just at the beginning of the door. And then we're going to count 3 seconds. If you hold the shift key down and hit the arrow, it's 1 second. If you hit just the arrow, it's 1 frame. We'll go ahead and cut that there. Now we're going to go back. Now we'll go same the other way. Went the wrong way on the first one. And we'll cut it. First thing we'll do is make a fusing clip out of it. So right click on it, go up here to new fusing clip. That way this will start from frame 0 on up to whatever it ends at. Or else it'll have a real high frame rate right in the middle of it. Okay, now we'll go ahead and speed ramp it. We'll go back to the edge of the door again. Put a marker. Go back one whole second. I'm going to go 10 more frames. And put another mark on it. Now we'll get the other side of the door. Then we'll go 1 full second plus 10 frames. Let's actually move both these 10 frames. Something like that. Okay, then right click on the clip. Go up here to retime controls. Click on that little spot there. Actually, go out to the far one. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Add speed ramp. Go to the last one and add speed ramp again. Right click on that little spot. Before we go any farther, we want to move this clip up 1 track. Now if you look, we have 100 here, 100, and 100. We're going to leave the 2 outer alone. Take this top handle of the right one, move it to the right, and you'll see the center one dropping. We'll try it at 60% and see how it plays. And it's a little bit glitchy, but for the tutorial, this will do. Go ahead and close it. Right click on it again. Go to retime curve. But this will give us the ease in and ease out. Right now it's a quick drop and back up. We want it to ease in and then ease out. We'll click on the little dot. Then select this icon here. Now if you look, you can see it's got an S shape to it. There's little handles here you can grab and manipulate that. Put more of a curve to it or less. Now if we play it, you'll see it play through them. It's pretty minute, not that noticeable, but it is noticeable. And hit this icon to close it. I'll go back to the beginning. We want to play it from one clip to the next and on to the third one just to make sure we're not missing a frame or anything. Looks good. And to get rid of the markers, Select this little icon here and clear all. Now put your playhead over the clip and we'll go to Fusion. Now we're going to use the camera tracker. Camera tracker can be a little bit finicky to say the least, in my opinion, but it does do a good job when it works. So click away right about here. Shift space and type in camera tracker. Type that in there and put that in viewer 1. There's many different ways of doing this. I've seen probably 5 different ways of tracking, and I've done them all. And it seems like, depending on the clip, depends on how good it works out. This one here is just a straight pan from right to left. You do have to be pretty picky with what you're going to use. You can only get away with so much doing this. Okay, select the bidirectional tracking and the preview. These are the 2 sliders you use to get the right amount of tracks. Small increments. I'm just going to leave it where it's at for the first track. You'll see it in viewer 1. Now, if you do have your camera's information, you can put it right in here. If you don't, Resolve will automatically figure this out for you. Go to Solve and then hit Solve. And then just wait. It can take quite a while for this to complete. Okay, it's done solving. Right here with this average solve error, you want that ultimately to be below 1. Some days I find it very difficult to get below 1 without losing too many tracks and not having enough. We'll see what we can do. I usually use these top 2 sliders here, the minimum track length and a maximum track error. I move it just ever so slightly. Down here is your information, and then hit delete. And then resolve. If you went too far, you took too many out, a box will pop up and tell you that you don't have enough tracks. Okay, I'm back again, and it's looking like it's below 1 now. Now you want to go to export. You're going to be tempted to just go right to export and select it, but don't do that. Come down here to 3D Scene Transform. Select Unalign. I've seen several ways of people doing this. I've had good and bad luck with each way I've tried it. It seems to always depend on your media, what you have going on there. We'll start out, we'll select one tracker here. You want to make it a green or yellow. Select that. That sets your origin. Now the orientation, we want to take a bigger area. Something like that. And we are on a vertical wall, so we'll change the ground plane to wall plane. Then set. You don't have to hit align, but that locks it in. Now hit export. And these 5 nodes will show up. Connect that together. I just deleted the one that went straight through. I didn't show it that well, I guess. Now we'll bring in our model. Go up here to Fusion. Come down to Import. And we're using an FBX. And when you double click on it, it'll open up in Fusion. You'll have some options here. I've always left them as default. A lot of these, the textures are baked right in, like this one. A lot of them aren't. I'm using the guitar because one of my followers asked me if I'd do a tutorial on a guitar, so I've done a few different scenarios here. Can add that together. Go to dual viewers, put the transform in viewer 1. In the past, I've been lining up these pivot points. I've had pretty good luck at first, but I have noticed in some scenarios, it gives me a negative effect. So I found it's best to leave them alone, but it is much more difficult to line a guitar up or whatever object you're going to use. So go up in the inspector, we'll leave the pivots alone this time. And just manipulate these rotations till you have it the size you want. And try to use the scale to make it look like it's going back away from you versus whatever axis is going to be the in and out. Normally it's the Z, the Z, but these are not, don't always correlate with the XYZ. Like I say, these can be pretty challenging. At least for me they are, because I have to use a mouth controller. This here is basically the Z, the in and out, the Y, and the Z is up and down. On mine, yours are more likely to be different. If you use whatever axis moves it away from you or toward you, it usually messes up your track. That's why I use the scale. I think that looks pretty good. Let's put the merge in viewer 1. We'll add a light with that merge selected. Get a spotlight. And I'm going to disconnect it for now just to show you something. Most of you probably already know, but there's always somebody that don't. Select this node here. This is basically a render node. Select lighting and shadows. And now if you look at the object, it does not have any light. Now if we add the light to the scene, select the light, go to transform, and bring the light straight back. Usually with these, the use target does not put it where you want it. So I don't select the use target. You can see the light on my subject. If you go to controls, open the cone angle all the way up. The reason why I like to use a light because it shows the colors much better. They don't look so translucent. If you go back to dual viewers just to see where the light's at. Just pull it back right behind the camera. That's all the farther we need. If you have too much sheen on it, right here like I do, I'll show you how to tone that down a little bit. Select the guitar node. Under controls, go to specular. Come down to the intensity, and you can turn that down. You can turn it way down, or whatever you want to do with it. Set it to your liking. And under the spotlight node, add the controls, and you can adjust the intensity as well. Looks like our track held good. I found I have to force render these a lot. It probably doesn't need rendered because it's not automatic, but I do anyhow to try to get a good smooth playback. I right click on it. Select that one, render cast color output. And I also do the render cast fusion output. I think it depends on how powerful your machine is. See, now quite a bit of footage before we get to where we did our speed ramp. Crossing the door. Adding the object. Now we slow down. There's the object, track nice. And then it speeds back up. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you. Go back to Fusion. Select the ground plane node. You can't see the ground plane in this particular, I guess you can, just a little bit. If you're able to see this line, that's the ground plane. That's this purple thing here. To get rid of that, select the ground plane. Go to visibility. And uncheck visible. Now if you're looking through a one, it's gone. Sometimes it'll show here. There was one line there. There it's back. I don't know if you can see this or not, but that's what you want to do. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.